We're back. Today I'm going to go over what ecosystems are and give some examples of the different types of ecosystem services. So ecosystem services are benefits provided by ecosystems, provided by the natural environment, from mostly healthy ecosystems to us, to humans. Generally, there's some sort of monetary benefit associated with those ecosystem services. So examples of those are pollination of crops. That's a really important ecosystem service because without that pollination, we wouldn't have successful growth of our crops. Air filtration, water filtration, flood mitigation, water storage. And it's important to note that every single ecosystem provides some sort of ecosystem service. So whether you are directly or indirectly benefiting from that ecosystem, it is providing an ecosystem service. And there's a monetary amount attached to that ecosystem service. And natural resource economics, a big part of that field, is actually quantifying those values and showing that these ecosystems have economic value. So there you can see on this triangle down below, there's 4 different types of ecosystem services: regulating, cultural, provisioning, and supporting. I'm going to go over provisioning first because I think it's the easiest, followed by cultural, then regulating, and then supporting, which I think is the hardest one to kind of grasp onto. So hopefully once we go over the first 3 and you have a good idea of what's going on and we go into supporting, it'll all make sense and it'll all come together. So provisioning services are goods that are directly produced from the ecosystem. You can go out, you can cut down timber, and you can sell it. So finding that monetary value is pretty easy. So really big examples of provisioning ecosystem services are food, fuel, wood, timber, maybe if you're hunting and you're selling that good, or I guess that's still food, crops. These are all provisioning ecosystem services. The next type that I'm going to go over, so that one is pretty basic. It's very direct. The next one is a little more elusive, but still pretty direct. It's a cultural ecosystem service, which are non-material benefits. So you go on a hike in a forest and you feel rejuvenated after this recreation. You get to look at the beauty of the forest. That's an aesthetic value. Maybe it's a education trail. You're learning from it also. All of those are cultural ecosystem services. They're non-material benefits, but they're still benefits, and it's still a service provided. Recreation is a really big cultural ecosystem service, and there's a whole part of our government dedicated towards using our ecosystems for recreation. Regulating ecosystem services are benefits from moderating or from regulating natural phenomena that occur within our ecosystems. So anything that is happening in our ecosystems that is regulating the natural environment, that is a regulating ecosystem service. And these do provide us with benefits because things like pest regulation that's happening in our ecosystems, that's keeping the mosquito pest population in check, is important to us, and we are gaining from it. It is certainly in South Florida a benefit. Pollination, again, is a regulating ecosystem service because it's a benefit from the moderation of our natural phenomenon. Erosion, flood control, carbon storage, all of these are benefits from moderating our natural phenomenon. And the last one are supporting ecosystem services. This is the most indirect, and without supporting, you wouldn't be able to have the other 3 types of ecosystem services. So supporting ecosystem services are services provided by the ecosystem that are important for producing other types of ecosystem services. So it's that most indirect form, but still really, really, really important. So by altering the nutrient cycle, or modifying soil and sediments, we're able to maybe aerate the soil. So all of these supporting ecosystem services allow for the other 3 types of ecosystem services to occur. Examples of these are hydrologic cycles, soil formation, nutrient cycling, and primary production. All of those things allow for the other types of ecosystem services to occur, so they are therefore indirectly an ecosystem service themselves. I hope that cleared up ecosystem services for you.